Interesting facts about famous people.
Revenge in westerns. A compelling theme for many movies has always been revenge. There is just something chilling and understandable about this very human compulsion. Westerns are no stranger to this same theme. The Wild West was a lawless wilderness. It was up to you to protect yourself and yours. There was no shortage of those wanting what you had. If you survived, you wanted revenge. In this video, we will take a look at some westerns that tell these stories. Revenge is best served cold. If you enjoy this video, hit the notification button to get my new videos. If you want to check out my many other videos, head over to my channel. The link is in the description. Let's get into it. The Quick and the Dead, 1995. A female gunfighter returns to a frontier town where a dueling tournament is being held, which she enters to avenge her father's death. Director, Sam Raimi. Cast, Sharon Stone, Gene Hackman, Russell Crowe, Leonardo DiCaprio. The Magnificent Seven, 2016. 7 gunmen from a variety of backgrounds are brought together by a vengeful young widow to protect her town from the private army of a destructive industrialist. We are not forgetting the original film, 1960, led by Yul Brynner against Eli Wallach's Calvera. Director, Antoine Fuqua. Cast, Denzel Washington, Chris Pratt, Ethan Hawke, Vincent D'Onofrio. Desperado, 1995. Former musician and gunslinger El Mariachi arrives at a small Mexican border town after being away for a long time. He soon gets entangled with the local drug kingpin, Bucho, and his gang. Bucho was responsible for the death of El Mariachi's girlfriend and put a bullet through his fretting hand, making him unable to play the guitar. Bent on revenge, the musician-turned-killing machine arrives in town to put Bucho out of business. Director, Robert Rodriguez. Cast, Antonio Banderas, Salma Hayek, Wahim D. Almeida, Cheech Marin. One-Eyed Jacks, 1961. After robbing a Mexican bank, Dad Longworth takes the loot and leaves his partner, Rio, to be captured. But Rio escapes and searches for Dad in California, seeking revenge. Director, Marlon Brando. Cast, Marlon Brando, Carl Malden, Pina Policia, Katie Gerardo. True Grit, 1969. 1880, Yell County, Arkansas. With revenge etched in her mind after the murder of her father by a once trusted, cowardly jackal, plucky Matty Ross rides to Fort Smith. Now, nothing else matters, and while aching to bring his killer to justice, Matty enlists the help of the aging U.S. Marshal, Reuben Rooster J. Cogburn, a rugged, one-eyed lawman. Director, Henry Hathaway. Cast, John Wayne, Kim Darby, Glenn Campbell, Robert Duvall, Jeremy Slate. True Grit, 2010. The remake of the 1969 original film in which John Wayne won his only Oscar. A more modern take. Directors Ethan Coen, Joel Coen. Cast, Jeff Bridges, Matt Damon, Haley Steinfeld, Josh Brolin.
Don't you act a fool. If you blow, I will kill you. I'm played out. I need a doctor. We met Ned and Hayes 2 days ago.
The Searchers, 1956. After a long 3-year absence, the battle-scarred Confederate veteran of the American Civil War, Ethan Edwards turns up on the remote and dusty Texas homestead of his brother, Aaron, in high hopes of finding peace. Instead, the taciturn former soldier will embark on a treacherous, 5-year odyssey of retribution, when the ruthless chief Scar's murderous Comanche raiding party massacre his family, burns the ranch to the ground, and abducts his 9-year-old niece, Debbie. Director, John Ford. Cast, John Wayne, Jeffrey Hunter, Vera Miles, Ward Bond, Natalie Wood. Red River, 1948. 14 years after starting his cattle ranch in Texas, Tom Dunstan is finally ready to drive his 10,000 head of cattle to market. The nearest market, however, is in Missouri, 1,000 miles away. Dunstan is a hard taskmaster, demanding a great deal from the men. Matt is a grown man now, and fought in the Civil War. He has his own mind as well, and he soon runs up against the stubborn Dunstan, who won't listen to advice from anyone. Soon the men on the drive are taking sides, and Matt ends up in charge, with Dunstan vowing to kill him. Directors, Howard Hawks. Arthur Rosson. Cast, John Wayne, Montgomery Clift, Joanne Drew, Walter Brennan. High Noon, 1952. A town marshal, despite the disagreements of his newlywed bride and the townspeople around him, must face a gang of deadly killers alone at high noon, when the gang leader, an outlaw he sent up years ago, arrives on the noon train, seeking revenge against the marshal who sent him away. Director, Fred Zinnemann. Cast, Gary Cooper, Grace Kelly, Thomas Mitchell, Lloyd Bridges, Katie Gerardo. Unforgiven, 1992. After a prostitute is horribly disfigured, Delilah Fitzgerald and her equally furious co-workers summon up the courage to seek retribution in Wyoming's dangerous town of Big Whiskey, with a hefty bounty on the perpetrators' heads, triggered by the tough sheriff, Little Bill Dackett's insufficient sense of justice. A former outlaw and now destitute Kansas pig farmer, William Money, takes on a last mission to find the men behind the hideous crime, with his old partner in crime, Ned Logan, and the brash young gunman, the Schofield Kid. Knowing that he walks right into a deadly trap, however, he still needs to find a way to raise his motherless children. Now, blood demands blood. Director, Clint Eastwood. Cast, Clint Eastwood, Gene Hackman, Morgan Freeman, Richard Harris. Thanks for your time today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comments. I appreciate likes and subscribers. Hit the notification button to get my new videos. Take a look at my channel. The link is in the description. Bye for now. See you again soon.
Interesting facts about famous people.